Hello and welcome to the next ReeVlog. So, I'm back here in the exercise room. Hi, Manny. And I have just finished the main part of one of the many readings that I have to do. I woke up at 8 today, got up, went to the loo, went back to bed, and then woke up again later on. I'm going to go up and see my nan when I have set this to upload and grabbed my little hot chocolate. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go up there, because I would like to take a lot of my DnD stuff with me, because I need to make a new character to play in a campagne on Tuesday, because it is my de-stressing thing, and I was invited to very generously by my friend Chris, and, well, I love it, and they don't have a high charisma character, and that's my favourite kind of character. Like, they have a monk, a wizard, a ranger, I think they said a cleric, a druid, and an artificer. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So, chances are I might be a warlock, because I really like bards, but they're not too, good in combat. And I've got a paladin lined up, but that's for a different campaign. I try to make these things campaign specific. So I debated being Alvar, because he had 20 charisma. My elf or half elf gunslinger, he was like 15, just bah, 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 bah. Though I still might be a child. And it's not a super serious campaign, so I can know that going in and make a not so serious character, because Swing is a bit serious for our group, really. I really should have guessed it wouldn't be very serious, though. And then, yeah, as a warlock you get invocations, and I love me a good invocation. They're delicious. And the DM has kindly said they would allow a feat where you get a fighting style and a +1 to a stat. I need to roll the stats out, but fighting style and +1 to a stat means that I can get the unarmed fighting style if I so choose for my warlock, and they will probably be either a hexblade or maybe a great old one, potentially warlock, with the totem talisman thing, if they're from Unearthed Arcana, because I really liked the idea of that. However, I could go back to being a sorcerer. Last time I played a sorcerer, though, I was a really high level, and yeah, you don't get many sorcery points, so, and it really frustrates me you can't use multiple sorcery meta magics at the same time, and I don't really like the subclasses for sorcerer too much, so probably no on that one. Right, they also have a barbarian, so there's 7, so that makes me the 8th. Holy cow. But yes, I do like good barbarian, but I don't like them at lower levels very much. Yeah, the charisma classes are bard, paladin, sorcerer, and warlock. Bard is a no-go because I like combat viabilityness, and I've played more bards than the other 3. Sorcerer is a no-go because they have the meta magic issue. They also don't get very many spells. Like, spell slots they get enough, but spells not so much. And that leaves warlock and paladin, and I've got Gert lined up as paladin, so makes me think warlock. Plus that means you get short rest and you get your spell slots back, but they have the issue of only having fucking 2 spell slots. So I could make a Eldritch Blast sniper, the classic, where it's just pew, everything dies. because get Spell Sniper, Agonizing Lance, Eldritch Spear, all that good stuff. Or Agonizing Blast, and Eldritch Lance. I don't know. Because then you got like 600-foot range or something stupid like that. And you can just murder fools from a long way away, really. But I'm also debating potentially being a fighter. Just have a high charisma fighter, which would make sense for the Battle Master, I think. And some of the maneuvers are social ones in the Unearthed Arcana. Because you can have a high charisma any character depending on how well you roll the stats. But that's the issue, how well you roll the stats. At some point, my luck with stat rolling is going to run out. I know this. So I have to be prepared for I may only have one good roll. And that's going to have to be charisma if I want to be a high charisma character. So, I would like it to be a class where having high charisma is beneficial for the class. So it's mechanically, as well as for role-playing purposes, good. And so, I'm leaning towards Warlock at the moment. Just I've got to look into it and figure out what sort of flavour I want for this character to have. Then I've got to pick like class race combo and all that good stuff. I don't get to do the thing that I usually like to do with the feat floor at the beginning, where you start with the feat, provided you also have a floor. I haven't asked, but I don't think I will be allowed due to the fact that there are so many players, and most of them are quite new players. So, yeah. And, yeah, so I can only have at most 2 feats, which would be if I was a human variant. So that way I start with a feat. And I get one at level 4 because we're starting at level 5. It's hard. But on a different note, I had tears come to my eyes yesterday due to how amazing my friends are. Like, they're very terrible at planning things, and it was a very spur of the moment thing. I was going to DnD, and my best friend, Leanne, sent me a text saying, I'm back in Norwich for a bit. Do you want to meet up, get some drinks, maybe like go out, like for the night out, with some friends? And I was like, yes, I don't see you very often. Just let me know the time. So I messaged the D&D people, and set off again, and said that I might have to leave a bit early, which I did. I was there for the first encounter, and that was it. But that's fine because my character is going through some big changes at the moment. And so I came back here, got changed because I was wearing trousers that were way too big for me. So now I'm back in these ones, which aren't way too big for me, which are the ones I wore last night, but I did wear another pair underneath because I knew it would be cold. And then went out. It was a bit of a terror getting there because the bus didn't show, and then the taxi was really late, and then I ended up at the wrong place because they told me to go to one place and then they said go to this other place. So I told the taxi driver, can we go here instead? They said yes. I got off. Then I saw that I had a message saying no, we're not there anymore, we're gone to this place, which was across the city. So I had to go there. That's fine. But yeah, they got very drunk. I got relatively drunk. Just like, I don't really mentally so much get drunk as I do physically, and I started to get that ill feeling from alcohol. I don't drink much. Didn't take long, but I had a lot of water to drink, so I was mostly alright. But yeah, my oldest friend and my closest friend were sitting having a DMC in the smoking area as I was preparing to leave. So I went and sat and was like, oi oi Savaloy, I'm going to be off soon. And then for the next hour we chatted and all had a DMC, even though I was a bit too sober for it, to be honest, but whatever. And they're so it was so wholesome and good and nice, and I was unaware of most of the nice things they said. I didn't think that people thought like that about me, so that was nice, and I can feel my left eye beginning to moisten. So I'm going to go before I start leaking out of my face. And drink that hot chocolate, and then go see my nan, because my mum and my granddad came down to visit me and get some. Well, they didn't come to visit me, but they came and visited me when they wanted to get something from the garage. But I haven't seen my nan, so I'll go up and see my nan, and make a D&D character whilst I'm up there, and then come back and get back to work, because I had a late night. It was a very long day yesterday. Anyway, I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. And goodbye.